हाय। प्लीज़। तो आज बैठे रहने का मन नहीं था एंड आई डिड नॉट फाइंड एनी पार्टी फॉर माई सेल्फ, सो whatever. Let me introduce you to our listening partner today, that is Blueberry. And the top and shots that you're seeing on him are stolen, by the way. Teddy bears these days. Anyways, we are going to read Krishna again today. Yes, ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल सनलाइट के साथ। और तो पढ़ते हैं। आई वॉज थिंकिंग कि मैं हिंदी में बात करूँ नहीं करूँ, समझ नहीं आता। शुड आई जस्ट स्पीक इन इंग्लिश? लाइक यार इतना रिलेट नहीं हो पाता मुझे, एंड इट फील्स मोर नेचुरल। आई एम नॉट क्यूरेटिंग माई वर्ड्स, यू नो। ठीक है, देखते हैं। एंड उफ, मेरे बाल नीचे सब के सब आ जाएंगे। तो हाउ विल यू सी माई क्यूट क्लिप? लुक लुक। एनीवेज, पढ़ते हैं, कितना टाइम पास करेंगे। ओके, चैप्टर 2, Prayers by the demigods for Lord Krishna in the womb. King Kansa not only occupied the kingdoms of the Yadu, Bhoja, and Andhaka dynasties and the kingdom of Shurasena, but he also made alliances with all the other demoniac kings as follows: the demon Pralamb, demon Baka, demon Chanura, demon Tranavarta, demon Aghasura, demon Mushtika, demon Arishta, demon Dvivida, demon Putana, demon Keshi, and demon Dhenuka. At that time, Jarasandha was the king of Magad province, known at present as Bihar state. Thus, by his diplomatic policy, Kansa consolidated the most powerful kingdom of his time. Under the protection of Jarasandha, he made further alliances with such kings as Banasura, Banasura, and Bhaumasura until he was the strongest. Then he began to behave most inimically toward the Yadu dynasty, into which Krishna was to take his birth. Being harassed by Kansa, the kings of the Yadu, Bhoj, and Andhaka dynasties began to take shelter in different states, such as the state of the Kurus, the state of the Panchals, and the states known as Kekaya, Shalva, Vidarbha, Nishad, Videha, and Kaushala. Kansa broke the solidarity of the Yadu kingdom as well as the Bhoj and Andhaka. He made his position the most solid within the vast tract of land known at that time as Bharatvarsha. Oh, he was the one to do that, When Kansa was killing the 6 babies of Devaki and Vasudeva one after another, many friends and relatives of Kansa approached him and requested him to discontinue these heinous activities. But all of them became worshippers of Kansa. When Devaki became pregnant for the 7th time, a plenary expansion. What is wrong with my pronunciation today? When Devaki became pregnant for the 7th time, a plenary expansion of Krishna known as Ananta appeared within her womb. Seriously, what is wrong with my pronunciation? A, E, A, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni, Sa. re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. Devaki was overwhelmed with both jubilation and lamentation. She was joyful, for she could understand that Lord Vishnu had taken shelter within her womb, but at the same time she was sorry that as soon as her child would come out, Kansa would kill him. At that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, being compassionate upon the Yadus who were fearful due to the atrocities committed by Kansa, ordered the appearance of Yogmaya, his eternal potency. Krishna is the Lord of the universe, but he is especially the Lord of the Yadu dynasty. Yogmaya is the principal potency of the personality of Godhead. In the Vedas, it is stated that the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has multi-potencies. Parasya Shaktir Vividheva Shruyate. All the different potencies are acting externally and internally, and Yogmaya is the chief of all potencies. The Lord ordered the appearance of Yogmaya in the land of Vrajabhumi in Vrindavan, which is always decorated and full with beautiful cows. In Vrindavan, Rohini, one of the wives of Vasudeva, was residing at the house of King Nanda and Queen Yashoda. Not only Rohini, but many others in the Yadu dynasty were scattered all over the country due to their fear of the atrocities of Kansa. Some of them were even living in the caves of the mountains. OMG! The Lord thus informed Yogmaya under the imprisonment of Kansa are Devaki and Vasudev. And at the present moment, my plenary expansion, Shesh, is within the womb of Devaki. You can arrange the transfer of Shesh from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. After this arrangement, I am personally going to appear in the womb of Devaki with my full potencies. Then I shall appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and you shall appear as the daughter of Nanda and Yashoda in Vrindavan. Since you will appear as my contemporary sister, and since you will quickly satisfy desires for sense gratification, people within the world will worship you with all kinds of valuable presentations, incense, candles, flowers, and offerings of sacrifice. People who are after materialistic perfection will worship you under the different forms of your expansions, which will be named Durga, Bhadrakali, Vijaya, Vaishnavi, Kumuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhavi, Kanyaka, Maya, Narayani, Ishani, Sharada, and Ambika. Krishna and Yogmaya appeared as brother and sister, the Supreme Powerful and the Supreme Power. Although there is no clear distinction between the powerful and the power, power is always subordinate to the powerful. Those who are materialistic are worshippers of the power, but those who are transcendentalists are worshippers of the powerful. Krishna is the Supreme Powerful, and Durga is the Supreme Power within the material world. Actually, people in the Vedic culture worship both the powerful and the power. There are many hundreds and thousands of temples of Vishnu and Devi, and sometimes they are worshipped simultaneously. The worshipper of the power, Durga, or the external energy of Krishna, may achieve all kinds of material success very easily. But anyone who wants to be elevated transcendentally must engage in worshipping the powerful in Krishna consciousness. I don't agree. I believe that without power there is no powerful, and without powerful there is no power. They have to be together. for the world to run. It's the same as without Shakti there is no Shiv, and without Shiv there is no essence of Shakti. They have to be together. So I am sorry, but I will disagree with this point of yours. I do understand what you're trying to say, but let's just say that we have differing opinions. The Lord also declared to Yogmaya, my plenary expansion Anantashesha is within the womb of Devki. On account of being forcibly attracted to the womb of Rohini, he will be known as Shankarsana. Shankarsana and Shankarsana. Shankarsana. And will be the source of all spiritual power or bala, by which one can attain the highest bliss of life, which is called Raman. Therefore, the plenary portion of Ananta will be known after his appearance either as Shankarasana or Balrama. In the Upanishads, it is stated, Nayam Atma Bala Hinena Labhaya. The purport is that one cannot attain the supreme platform of self realization without being sufficiently favored by Balrama. Bal does not mean physical strength. No one can attain spiritual perfection by physical strength. One must have the spiritual strength which is infused by Balrama or Shankarasena. Ananta or Sesha is the source of the power which sustains all the planets in their different positions. Materially, this sustaining power is known as the law of gravitation, but actually it is a display of the potency of Shankarasana. Balrama or Shankarasana is the source of spiritual power or the original spiritual master. Therefore, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who is also the incarnation of Balrama, is the original spiritual master. And the spiritual master is the representative of Balrama, the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who supplies spiritual strength. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is confirmed that the spiritual master is the manifestation of the mercy of Krishna, thus ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yogmaya circumambulated. Yogmaya words, language. Ma Saraswati, please be kind to me. Please be kind to me. हे राम, कहाँ थे हम? Thus ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yogmaya circumambulated the Lord and then appeared within this material world according to his order. When Yogmaya, the supreme power of the Supreme Personality, supremely powerful personality of Godhead, transferred Lord Shesha from the womb of Devki to the womb of Rohini, both Devki and Rohini were under Yogmaya's spell, which is called Yoga Nidra. When this was done, people thought that Devki's seventh pregnancy had been a miscarriage. Thus, although Balrama appeared as the son of Devki, he was transferred to the womb of Rohini to appear as her son. After this arrangement, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is always ready to protect his unalloyed devotees, entered within the mind of Vasudeva as the Lord of the whole creation with full inconceivable potencies. It is understood in this connection that Lord Krishna first of all situated himself in the unalloyed heart of Vasudeva and was then transferred to the heart of Devki. He was not put into the womb of Devki by seminal discharge. the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by his inconceivable potency, can appear in any way. It is not necessary for him to appear in the ordinary way, by seminal injection within the womb of a woman. When Vasudeva was sustaining the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart, he appeared just like the glowing sun, whose shining rays are always unbearable and scorching to the common man. The form of the Lord, situated in the pure, unalloyed heart of Vasudeva, is not different from the original form of Krishna. The appearance of the form of Krishna anywhere, and specifically within the heart, is called Dhama. I'll tell you a secret. Okay? नहीं, I cannot. But अच्छा चलो थोड़ा सा बता देती हूँ, पूरा नहीं. When I desire my own house, okay, my own place, so there is going to be a mandir, obviously, because मंदिर के बिना घर हो ही नहीं सकता ना. तो I have named the mandir part as something which has dham in it. So, and that was very instinctive. It was not that मैंने कुछ सोचा था. Perhaps I mean, of course, I have read this at one time in my life. So, कहीं पे होगा वो मेरे दिमाग में, but it wasn't in my head in that moment when I had decided it. I hope you're satisfied with my partial secret. Okay. Dham refers not only to Krishna's form but also to his name, his qualities, and his paraphernalia. Everything becomes manifest simultaneously. Thus, the eternal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead with full potencies was transferred from the mind of Vasudeva to the mind of Devaki, exactly as the setting sun's rays are transferred to the full moon rising in the east. That is such a beautiful image. But it's not about transferring, no? You don't transfer light, you imitate light. And you spread your light. It's never about transferring. ट्रांसफ़र तो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह होता है ना. Or maybe that's just my perception. And I am noticing that you are no longer able to see my cutie little clip. छोड़ो, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है. Okay.